Hello, my Facebook friends. Jen here. Hope you're all having a terrific Thursday. I'm not quite sure why it is that my video seems to be a little out of sync, but please just bear with me. Okay, I'm looking at myself on the screen and I feel like I'm watching some sort of a movie that's subtitled, or somebody's trying to dub my voice into my face. But I can guarantee, just bear with me because I have some very valuable information to share with you. This is day 2 of a 60-day juice feast for me. I'm not going to call it a fast because it's not a fast. But what's happening is I'm just going through a cleansing process. And I do this every few months because I love just knowing that everything that is going into my system, my body, is pure. So what is more pure than juice? Fresh vegetables and fruit and roots like ginger. Oh my God, it's just incredible. So anyway, this is day 2 for me. And so I'm in this cleansing process. And when I cleanse, I love to journal. And so I've been writing some notes down. And speaking of notes, I have received such incredible notes from so many of you telling me that you've been applying what it is that I've described in my videos, and I am so grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And I've also noticed that a lot of you have posted my videos on your walls and shared them with friends, and that's just terrific. Paying it forward really is what this is all about, because anything that we can do to help to raise our vibration and other people's vibration is exactly what leads to love and peace and purpose and prosperity. So today's video is about releasing the need to judge ourselves and others, and that goes hand in hand with compassion. Now, I thought I had myself pretty much together because I've been working on myself and really excavating my entire foundation for the past 5 years. But there was one missing piece, and that was compassion. And the thing that really brought that to my attention was a book that I bought, and it's right here, Reiki Jinkei-Do, and this is The Way of Compassion and Wisdom. And this is a special lineage of Reiki that I will be studying beginning in March. And what makes this so interesting and so different than the other lineage of Reiki that I am currently practicing is that it has to do very, very much with meditation and with really getting to know yourself. And so I found that book at the perfect time. And when I read the book, it just opened up a whole world for me because I was able to see my truth. And I'll be honest with you, my truth was not what I wanted it to be. And I realized that I needed to release my need to judge, and to judge myself and to judge others, and to really see myself through the eyes of compassion as well as others. And I've read this book a few times, and the second time I read the book, I actually realized that even with my children, I could not be the most present, loving, supportive mother that I could be if I was still hanging on to any resentment or anger toward anything that occurred with their dad. And although he and I have been apart for almost 6 years, there was definitely some anger there and resentment. And so I called him up. This is my children's father. And I said, I'd like to see you. So we got together and I told him that I have consciously released any anger, any judgment, any disappointment, any feelings that I ever had that led me to believe that I was less than in our relationship. And he thought I was out of my mind. He's like, what the hell? But I told him that loving our children and supporting our children and nourishing and nurturing our children is so important to me that I am going to co-parent with him not only as effectively as I possibly can, but to encourage the boys to have a terrific relationship with him as well. And then I let him know that I've been doing Reiki on him. And he's like, oh, this is just freaking great. So reading that book helped me to realize that in order for me to live authentically, I need to get real. So what is getting real? Getting real is seeing things for what they really are, not what we want them to be. And it was so easy for me to view myself as a victim as long as I would pull out of my box of tricks. Why does this always happen to me? Why does this always happen to me? I'm such a good person. I don't understand this. This sucks. Why does this always happen to me? However, I can look at that through the eyes of compassion and say, you know what? That wasn't stupid. That wasn't foolish. That wasn't dumb. That wasn't counterproductive. I did the best job I could with the tools and the information that I had. And today, I see things much differently. So I'm able to bring closure to every single decision that I made in the past by seeing myself through the eyes of compassion. And even with people who I've had experiences with where maybe I felt rejected or abandoned or disrespected, I'm able to bring closure to those situations and those experiences and to any feelings that I may have today that are still connected to those events by acknowledging that they too did the best job they could with the tools and the information that they had at that time. Would it be great if things were different? Of course. Wouldn't it be amazing if we just skipped through life and we felt phenomenal, from the time that we're conceived until the time that we take our last breath? It would be great, but it takes work. And it really takes dedication and commitment on our part to release the things that no longer serve us. So here I am today, wide awake, vulnerable, loving it, and allowing myself to be open to change. I'm very, very big on visualizing. And even with my children, I'll give them these tools about elevating other people. And I'll show them like the scales of justice and say, when you are knocking your brother down in order to elevate yourself, you're doing yourself a terrible disservice. And it's the same thing with allowing ourselves to be hijacked, our minds to be hijacked by others. It's like taking a big syringe and allowing somebody to just fill up that syringe with self-doubt and then just stab you with it and inject you with self-doubt. Or even worse, to fill up a syringe with self-doubt yourself and inject yourself and say, I'm inadequate, I stink, I'm a failure, I'm lousy, I'll be happy when this happens, if only this happened, I should have done this, if I would have done this, if I could have done this. None of those things serve us. And so really revisiting those events and even waking up in the morning and saying, today, I will see myself and others through eyes of compassion. That's planning our intentions, that's raising our vibration, and it's really giving ourselves the freedom to be free. And that's what this is all about. Life can be incredible and fulfilling and purposeful and meaningful. And so maybe it's going to take a little time. Maybe it would be helpful for you to do what I've done so many times. That's take a piece of paper and write down on the piece of paper, what am I learning about myself from this experience? How does this serve me? Writing these things down, and something else too, where I am and where I want to be. What we're really doing is we are creating this awareness that we do have choices. So by exercising our choices and making decisions that really serve us and that allow us to be free, we're able to serve others and we're able to be present and really love. And there are times too where people will say things, and I remember saying, they make me so angry. But they don't make me anything. Last time I looked, I wasn't a puppet. Nobody stuck their hand behind my head and made me do or think or feel. It was me choosing. So by me choosing to see things for what they really are, by me choosing to say, ooh, that doesn't feel good, but I know that person is doing the best job they can with the tools and the information that they have. Or if I make a decision, I'm like, oh crap, why did I do that? And I did that just a few days ago. I sent an email to somebody and I hit send and I was like, oh, why didn't I sit on that for 24 hours? But thankfully, the universe had my back and sent it back to me. So it wasn't returned. And I was like, yes, yes, yes. I love that. So my little tip for today, my little big tip for today is to revisit things. See yourself and others through eyes of compassion. Release the need to judge yourself and others. And really see yourself for exactly who you are. And who you are is exactly who it is that you want to be. Because we are who we believe we are. So I am sending you such gratitude. Thank you so much for inspiring me to do exactly what I'm doing. Much, much love to all of you and blessings and good stuff. And when you walk out that door, say, ta-da! Or as my son Cole says, yeah! I'll talk to you soon. Have a terrific day.